as we realize this match, as you see the guys coming on the ramp with the straps in their hands. Keep in mind that tag team titles are on the line. It's not just about getting revenge. You got to make sure you come out of there with a goal.
Let me try and run down the names of the fans. Elizabeth Duran, Jose Santos, Aaron Yendry, Emily Shook, Eric Jones, Centray Washington, Mike Eves, Renee Garza, Brendan Lyles, Margaret Greer, Chris Broward, Anthony Eves, and our national winner, Alvaro Al Rios.
Mike, I look around, they're all wearing LAX shirts. Not a good sign for beer money.
Sorry about your damn luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a fans revenge match, a TNA World Tag Team title contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the challengers, Robert Roode and the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm, the team of Beer Money.
Did you ever think that two such different, two such distinct personalities would make such a good tag team like James Storm and Robert Roode?
Well, you know what? When they look in the mirror, they see the other person. I mean, they may have different styles and tastes, like you said, but deep down to the core, they're the same person, the same self-centered a-hole.
One condition for Beer Money to be a part of this fans revenge match. You'll recall when Jim Cornette of TNA Management talked to them, they said, we'll accept only if the TNA World Tag Team titles are on the line. Here comes the champ.
And their opponents, accompanied to the ring by Salinas and Hector Guerrero, the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Homicide and Hernandez. They are the Latin American Exchange.
You're right, judging by the LAX t-shirts around ringside, judging by the crowd reaction here in Houston, Texas, we're talking about firm, full support for the reigning tag team title holders, Homicide, Hernandez, Latin American Exchange, and they've got Salinas around ringside as well.
Let's face it, Jacqueline is still jumping. Now, obviously, she realized what the situation would be like if she came out here. We got to give her credit. I mean, look at this. James Storm is going to need quite a bit of that beer in there, I think, to take away from the sting of the situation. Now, keep in mind, they can't hit them until they hit the floor, but they are lined up, everybody, around ringside with an LAX shirt. And you talk about underdogs. Beer Money right now, underdog.
Yes, Salinas, Hector Guerrero joining the TNA fans surrounding the ring. I think we got a dozen of them and maybe even one extra. One alternate chosen here for this fans revenge TNA World Tag Team title matchup. And here we go. Yes, we're live in Houston.
Homicide, Robert Roode start things off. And I tell you what, think about that parking lot brawl that the two of them had last week that of course led to Storm interfering, and then it just turned crazy. But you wonder what kind of condition Homicide was in the last time we saw him. He had those handcuffs to the back, cuffed behind his back, and I mean, he was just beaten. Hernandez came in just in time, but you wondered about the condition. I like the fact that Homicide's starting this thing off, trying to get the momentum back in his way.
I mean, but if you think about it, from the outset, Don, from that initial beating, it's all about putting LAX, Hector Guerrero as well, in that defenseless position as we see. Yes, Roode tossed out by Homicide, and the TNA fans lighten up the back of Robert Roode.
I'll tell you, he went out of the wrong spot. There were 5 guys there with the strap, and they let him have it. And as somebody that's been on the back end of the strap from Robert Roode and James Storm, I can tell you the pain it is. But with these guys having their shirts off and the strap running down their back, it's an extra sting, man.
What do you mean he went out on the wrong side? Is there a right side? You don't think that these TNA fans, armed with those leather belts in their hands, that they're going to be on Storm or Roode like a pack of wolves?
You got that right.
I don't think there's any free space outside it. Well, maybe for Homicide, he's going to go take a little sip out of James Storm's cerveza.
Well, I think they're being fair. I think they're showing the same courtesy to Homicide. You can see Storm can't stand it. He just had to come out there and try to make some kind of a statement, and all of a sudden it's get him about 5 or 6 whacks.
Looks like he's running a leather gauntlet there around the ringside area. The TNA fans trying to take those free shots at the Tennessee Cowboy.
Well, I don't know what Beer Money was thinking, if they thought they had any kind of advantage in this situation, but they got to make sure the match stays inside the ring. That's just all there is to it. Do what they do best. Try to ignore the fact there's 12 guys and gals standing outside with LAX shirts wanting to slap the crap out of you. What you've got to do is just focus entirely on keeping the X in the ring, and you got to like that move there by Storm.
Skins the cat before any of the fans can get involved. But then Hector Guerrero, who's also been on the receiving end of those leather straps, hooks Storm, takes him outside, and I think every one of the TNA fans got a free shot in on the Tennessee Cowboy.
Yeah, like what Storm did, he tried to run around so the people couldn't get a clear shot, hoping he could make it through. But every one of them seemed to get something on him, and now the double team work by LAX, and nobody does it better. I'll tell you what, Hernandez, unbelievably pumped up as we see the penitent. Unbelievably pumped up. This is his hometown. We talk about it being the hometown of Booker T. Well, it's also the hometown of Hernandez, and I mean, he just feeling it tonight. I don't even see it on his back, but he celebrated with a brand new Hernandez tattoo.
Talk about confidence. You get a new tattoo right before a fans revenge match. I think he's pretty confident that none of the fans around ringside are going to use those leather belts on that new tat.
You got that right, because his story just got it done. Wanted to make a statement, wanted everybody to see it. You look at Homicide, showing no ill effects from what happened at Impact.
Yeah, beautifully done, snapping off the head scissors before being taken out to the apron. And then a big right hand by Rude drops him down to the floor. Rude follows baseball slide. But look at this. He got hooked inside the banner, and the TNA fans are putting the leather straps on. Where'd he disappear to?
Well, I'll tell you what, he used the banner there to protect
there he is.
him, and then look at this, he's come out on this side, over here, trying to see if he can stake him out, and then he got right back in the ring. Nice headbutt throw by Homicide.
He lost his own brains that time. They have scrambled him a little bit, shaking him to get the cobwebs clear, but he follows up by snapping off the suplex. Going to maintain that contact, maintain the grip. Is he going to go for the 3 right here? He's got 2 already in the bag, and there's the 3rd.
Snapped them all off. And as you see the fans around the ring, the Miller fans, running out of time, go to TNAWrestling.com for the stipulation. Tables, all count anywhere, a Full Metal Mayhem.
Gotta love that tribute for Eddie Guerrero with the 3 Amigos by Homicide, who quickly leapfrogs over the top of Rude. Boom, but then Rude takes him. One fluid move with the spine buster.
Hey, straps or no straps, the moment you take Beer Money for granted, the moment that you don't realize how good Storm and Rude are in the ring, that's the moment you're going to lose your tag team championship. Think about how many that James Storm has had in his career, and I'll tell you something. And you and I were talking about it at dinner last night. The combination of Rude and Storm is one that, believe it or not, I think has incredible longevity. I think if those two can put away their selfish ways and work together, I mean, hey, there's no stopping.
Unlimited potential. Power move right there. Storm just put Homicide right down to the canvas, but you can see still life left in LAX, although I think it would be good at this point to get Big Super Mex Hernandez into the war.
Nice double team move there. Keep in mind, the more you get hit, the more you become numb to the pain. I mean, let's face it, it hurts every time, but after you've been hit 20, 30, 40 times, you find yourself saying, all right, my back's already in pain, it's already well. I can handle it. You're speaking of wealth, we're looking at the back of Storm.
Exactly. I was putting right up here, showing Don the back of James Storm, showing the effects of the leather straps as we see Rude take Big Hernandez out. That may be a big move, or it may light a fire under Supermex.
Boy, it did. Supermex flying right in the ropes. You can see the look on his eyes. Referee Rudy Charles trying to hold him back, and that's determining Homicide right there. That's one of those you just got to swallow it and let things happen. All he's doing right now is allowing Beer Money to just work over Homicide, and let me tell you, they're taking out frustration right now on Homicide every time they get strapped outside this ring.
Double leg Boston Crab is sitting down on it, but then Hernandez comes right in and pushes Storm off the submission attempt. Homicide close to making the tag. Salinas from outside cheering him on, but Rude instead comes in and cuts him off.
They could pull him right back to their side of the ring. Now just holding onto the neck. It's got a good grip that Robert Roode has right now on Homicide. And Homicide trying to get to his feet, trying to get a base. But what he's